Sorry, everybody. Welcome to the Challenge Spies, Lies, and Reviews review show. And tonight, episode 3, we have a lot to discuss. MTV continues to impress to me when it comes to these challenges. I love them. Well, those who don't know, my name is Mike Knoxxx, Dad Bod Mike Knoxxx, that is. And that is Captain Shakespeare over here to my right on the screen, with the left and where I'm at in real life. But you get it, you got it, you're good. Captain Shakespeare, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. This was an interesting episode. I do have a lot to say.
Well, let's start off with the challenge itself going into this week, right? So coming in, this was probably the first one that I thought was a real challenge for somebody to do that, actually can show some fear, see if you have the stamina to do it and so forth. So jumping off a cove into the cove, swinging into a beautiful cave, right? Or should I say jumping off a cliff and then swimming into a cove? That's more accurate. Yeah. To go down underwater, get a bomb, swim back out with it, and then hang on to jet skis. Don't fall off the jet skis, and then race to the finish line where it detonates. And that's where I will go to you. What you think about the challenge this weekend itself? It's finally something difficult.
Oh my gosh. I was just scared because every time I've seen someone when they jump into the water, I feel like every time it always happens, someone jumps into the water a certain way and they always end up bleeding. Specifically Katie, from the older seasons. So that's like her brand. So I was just worried. And then
well, then Michelle does it.
Yeah, exactly. So for I those ones always are very scary to me. So I was like, oh, I hope they're safe.
Would you jump off a cliff?
No.
I am afraid of heights, right? But two things I always wanted to do: skydive, and I would jump. Like when I was a kid, we used to jump off the second floor onto mattresses, and we used to jump off viaducts in Chicago, what you guys would call underpass bridges. You know what I mean? Doing certain things. I would, a story or two is not high. So this is about 30 feet in the air, but it's into water. I've always thought that was pretty cool. Even as a kid, watching people jump off of, I'm not jumping on you're jumping in the water. You know what I mean? Like, you're safe. If you know how to swim, you're good. So I'm jumping off of this cliff and I'm swinging into this cove. For me, I may not want to jump out of a plane still anymore. You know what I'm saying? But a 30-foot cliff into water in them beautiful waters, I'm jumping, Captain Shakespeare. I'm jumping.
It sounds so scary. And then also what happened to Tommy, that even scares me too. I feel so bad for him. I didn't expect him to go out like that. I thought he would be a big threat. I mean, he could come back, who knows, but yeah.
Well, Kenny goes out with a concussion, right? At first you thought, is this guy really faking? Like, I actually thought for a second, like, it'd be really smart when you're kind of on the chopping block to play you got hurt.
That would
right? Because on this show, no one's sitting in someone who gets hurt. Right? Yeah. A little early to play the card, but if he's playing it, especially when he came out there making fun of CT and his whole, dad butt being shown, and then he comes out and his pants is down. And my man Huey, I had to write it down. It was funny. Right? I don't care. It was funny. He said, it's not only a show, it's dinner out here. I'm like, yo, my guy, I get it. You're a little horny. No one here is probably checking for you. You were crying to jump off the cliff. Okay, kind of like you would jump off. You said right. You would jump off. You wouldn't jump off. So you might be crying. In this one,
100%.
So I know I'm not doing rats and snakes, so it's okay. But I thought that part was funny. But the winner of this contest was Tori and Eddie, our new guy we picked last week. We were smart as we lost. At least I lost 2 weeks in a row.
Right check. We finally broke our what was it like? It was a curse we had on.
We were 0 for 2.
We were. The streak is dead.
The streak, it's over. No one leaves tonight. We are here. We are still alive. Well, technically, we only got one person left, but we're going to cheat and add one every week. But they win the contest, and of course, at this point, we go to the house vote. And this is where all the good stuff happens. But I want to backtrack, right? Because my wife and I noticed something. I want to see if you paid attention to it. Now, I've seen challenges before. Now, I've seen some people and groups of people work out at one time.
Yeah.
And I get reality TV is no longer actually reality TV. It's what, they know the cameras are there a lot more than they did when Heather B and those guys were in the house and, those first handful of seasons of these shows. So I just felt like they really staged this whole workout scene. We're like, and you ever notice CT never works out? I was like, all you see CT do is he did a treadmill and that's it. right? Because the game is not played as an athlete. Yes, you need to be athletic to do these things, but you don't need to be all jacked up like Big Papa Pump.
Right.
Who's your big bad booty daddy? You know what I'm talking about. The best mathematician of all time. You ain't got to be Scott Steiner to be in this contest. You just got to have some win, know how to swim, have some intertesticular fortitude, okay? Eat some nasty food and know how to play politics in this game. And this is where it is. So, Shay, you said you had a lot to say. Look at that, kind of rhymes. What's on your mind, girlfriend?
I'm not, well, I don't want to skip too far because what I have to say kind of really pertains to the elimination. But what I wanted to talk about was...
Well, Tori's the reason for the elimination.
Yes. So I wanted to talk about the deliberation because that kind of threw me off a little bit. I have some points. So I didn't like that they're allowing Devin to control the conversation. Like, it's great for him 100%. This is great. But it's annoying because I'm like, why are you guys have to think for yourself. These rookies, like this is a really bad set of rookies this season.
He's the new West.
Oh my God.
And the rookies are very bad, right? At least we think so. But we deal with that later because we saw what happens next week.
I think they're good physically. They definitely are physical threats, but mentally, like, and
they're not prepared. They're not prepared at all. This is one of the years where you're right. The rookies are absolutely dumbfounded. Continue.
Yeah, no, I'm just so disappointed. Like, I feel like they had so many people. Michaela, Kels, they had their own mind. They were the type of rookies we needed.
That's why they got rid of them.
Exactly. And Michelle sitting there talking about, that I felt bad about Tommy, how he had to leave because he got DQ'd for concussion.
No one came in for him either. I thought they was going to say somebody had a new partner. I was kind of thrown off with that one.
I know. I was like, oh, I guess. Well, I guess I was like, listen.
They're coming later. That person's going to come later. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's spend the money on Ed. That's it. But I was just kind of like laughing at Michelle because she's like, oh, they're picking apart Survivor one by one. I'm like, girl, you're the last one to talk about it because you're the one that helped. Shut up. Shut up. Like that just.
I don't like her partner. I'm not a fan. Sorry, of Coriel.
Me either.
I'm not a fan of Coriel because I don't like the guys that get into the game, right? Or girls for that matter.
Yeah.
And complain about the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know you. They don't like you. You have not made a social media presence. Right. Or became friends with these people. That's the game. You know you're going to the game. You know, have an idea who's going to be there. You start to make friends. We have known this to be the last good 5 or 6 seasons. That's the MO that these guys are partaking in because that's what gets them longevity in the house. Well, I know that person. You really don't know that person. So to your deliberation, because I was still more mad at Tori before the deliberation because, let me rephrase that. I said that wrong. I wasn't mad at Tori because unfortunately, you dumb rookies, because the vets are killing it right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you anything because I don't know you.
Right.
Where do we meet up at? Where did you become my friend on social media? Go ahead, Captain.
I know. I definitely get what you're saying. But the deliberation just kind of annoyed me because why is Coriel getting upset? Okay, so, and I was trying to explain this to people on Twitter. So, the rookies have figured out, it took them 2 eliminations to figure it out, but it's being rookies that are being targeted, specifically rookie teams. Now, there's only Tasha and Jeremiah, and there's only Coriel and Michelle. So, any logical person, if you're saying my name and I'm a rookie team, I'm going to say another rookie team because I know that's my only leveraging. If I say a vet's name, then the Vets Alliance is just going to say, okay, we're going to get this person out. Say another rookie team to put the spot on them. That's just logical thinking, which is hard for some people. Very and Coriel said, why would you say my name? Because you're the only other option. Have you not realized what's going on right now? Rookie going in back to back. I just didn't understand his confusion. I really didn't. But that was like my main thing that I was really pissed about because I'm like, you don't it's logical. It makes sense.
It just makes sense. You're the rookie. And that's where you're looking at the cast and you're going, again, you didn't know homework, right? You didn't know homework because you have Ed and Tori winning. Okay, that sets the stage. You got a rookie with a vet.
Yeah.
Right? The vets know one thing more than anything. Unless I'm sleeping with you, you're leaving this house.
Period. It's the truth.
Because that's what it is. If I don't know you, you're gone. So you better have made a very good relationship with me, or you're sneaking in someone's cabin at night to have that vet, put a word in for you because you don't want what's his damn name? I'm gonna lose me right now. Corey's cousin, so-called cousin.
Oh, that guy, I forgot. Mitch.
No, not Mitch. The one who was, Lord, I hate when I forget names.
What season?
Faldo. He's on there right now.
Oh, you said Corey's cousin. That's what threw me off. I was like, Corey's cousin? You mean from Bloodlines? That's I haven't Bloodlines.
No, boy, you're right. I did. That's when I gave you that air quotes and said Corey's cousin.
Oh, I didn't catch the air quotes. I was like, Mitch?
my guy in the middle, up top.
Oh, Nelson.
Nelson. I'm singing a Nelson. Ain't I Nelson? If you guys do not love and appreciate the great movie that is A League of Their Own, then you don't know nothing about baseball movies. You don't know nothing about movies, and you have no heart for women's sports. Yeah, I said, come at me. A League of Their Own. I'm singing a Nelson. Ain't I Nelson? But anyway, I don't like Nelson in this case, all right? Because Nelson's a sucker. All right? Nelson's a sucker because you don't cheer like this. Because as we're talking about, unless I know you and you're coming in his house, acknowledge me. Say it to me. Happy birthday, man. Leo Power. And matter of fact, as we're saying this, I'm going to say this. I'm saying on this side now. I didn't give your permission this time, but I'm going to say because I'm the host of the show. We're going to dedicate this show to the one beautiful Miss Aaliyah. Okay? All right, 21 years today, which is just sad in itself that we have lost this woman. Happy Shay Day. Look at that. I like that pink buckle. Look at you. You know what? Woo, tribal queen. I like it. Go ahead with your bad self. Shoot, hold on. This person ain't flirting with you. Took me long enough to find the channel. All I had to do was follow my heart, and it led me to watching the tribal queen. Shay, live on the UPRE. That's an unpopular review. Edition. Oh, look, I said, yeah, I don't know if I want to keep showing you your chains.
I don't know what that means.
But this boy out of jail, I'm confused. This boy, man, I see this talk about elimination.
I can't.
I don't know if I can. If you don't reveal yourself, all right, at least have a picture of yourself so this beautiful tribal queen can see you before this person makes a decision. I mean, right now you look pretty stalkerish. If you're gonna have a profile picture and comment, you gotta have a picture. My man, my girl, whoever you are, you got to see who you are right now. This ain't no catfish, and I'm going to protect this tribal queen. Okay, so you got to come a little bit more correct than that, all right? King Cass is here. Welcome back to the program. Rookie should have all jump on the voting for in Big T. That's where they're dumb at because you're absolutely right. I like Big T, but clearly Big T's out of the fold. And how this happened so quickly, we'll never know, but it leads into next week's show, which I'm going to just jump a little bit and come back to it later. But we saw the preview as we're talking and amping up the vets for doing all these things. Rookies, we see it about to explode. We know that it's Josh. And why is it Josh? Because look, on my paper, I'm not going to show you my notes because I don't spell very well, but Josh's name is always on the paper. Okay? Every week, I write Josh's name down because Josh is annoying. And who was the fight with? Josh. We saw that in the preview. The question is, who is Josh arguing with? My money's on the guy who led all the talk in the deliberation in the first place. Devin, Shay, your thoughts?
I think I might have an idea. I feel like they've been building a lot with the whole. We'll see who wins because it could be that they put someone down there that he likes, and I'm trying to think who could get him that mad other than his partner.
That was like an elimination. It looked like they were at that part, right? It did.
Someone that he likes, it could either be Nani or his partner, and he's pissed about it. That's the only thing I think that would get him mad at the actual elimination because I saw the setting.
Well, he don't even like his partner.
Yeah, but he knows that she's a champion and he wants to have.
Yeah, because I'm back, bitches. I mean, I love my girl. I love MTV, but just they all say like everyone says that, right? Like real hot girl shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it just baffles me. You know what I mean? But I will say this much, and I gotta say this much. I gotta be honest, guys. I love this show. I've been watching this show, but damn, this show comes on in the smack middle dead of AEW. And if that doesn't show you commitment for me, from me, say it to me.
Come through a challenge. Come through.
I had to put the headphones on the good old screen. We're watching my beautiful bean footage face, so I had to listen to CM Punk talk. That's all. I had to listen to CM Punk talk. My wife looked at me like I was crazy. She said, when a woman says, and I say the woman says, she said, and she don't say nothing, that's stinging right there. That black woman right there.
I'm crying.
That's how she looked at me, yo. She literally said, I know what she said. I just can't say it on the air right now. But I love what's actually going on right now. So overall on this episode, right? So the pot bomb goes off. I had to call it that. What's her name in elimination? Let's get elimination. Because we go down against Brenna. I can't pronounce her name. I keep getting mad. I'm not gonna say it wrong.
It's Berna.
Berna. See, I told you I was gonna say it wrong. And
Tasha.
Tasha. Because I keep wanting to say Taka. What's it again?
Tasha.
That's her name is really Tasha?
It's like Tasha. It's
okay,
like
that's a weird name to spell Tasha.
Tasha.
Okay,
yeah.
Here's my thing. First of all, I want to know if I can't be racist because I'm black and blacks can't be racist. Okay. All right, they're from Nigeria. Is it wrong for me to want to hear them say Wakanda forever? Like, is that wrong? Like, I know for a fact they say it to each other. I know they do. Okay, and listen. Black fans that they're watching, we know for a fact that a lot of blacks have a lot, not today's world, but like in my time, you watch the movies. I ain't from Africa. Your mama from right now, right? Wakanda has made Africa cool to black folks. And some black folks, not me, I'm educated, okay? But some black folks ain't know nothing about no Africa till Wakanda. And I want y'all to know something. So Wakanda was filmed in Georgia, in Atlanta. So there is no Wakanda. But I be wanting her to say Wakanda forever. Am I wrong for that? I just did. All of them. All three of them. And that's why I don't like Nelson also. You got these three beautiful queens. Tribal queens.
Have you seen his track record? He doesn't.
I know.
The only woman I've seen of color that he's hit on is actually Corey's baby mother, Cheyenne. That's the only time I've ever seen it, which is funny to me.
First of all, El Stalker Rogue. I always acknowledge the tribal queen, okay? You acknowledge your profile pic, okay? But I can keep your comments coming.
Instagram.
Huh?
He has a profile pic on Instagram.
Oh, okay. So you do know this person.
Yeah.
Okay. I can throw up pics in these comments, sadly.
You would.
Okay. I can't throw a picture in. Okay, well, I apologize for that. But she knows how you look and she knows who you are. I didn't know. At first, I didn't think you knew who it was. But what? Boy, you listen here.
Let's talk about the challenge. Let's talk about the challenge.
And that's fine. You're right. This is a challenge show. I just had to mention that he was on the TV at the same time. My bad. Okay. So, but the elimination, we saw the vote go in. We saw the vote was Tasha, Taka, and Jeremiah, and it was Corey L and Berna. So, but we kind of, because you mentioned this last week, there was going to be an all-female elimination somehow. So I don't know why they were surprised, because you kind of, maybe it was the previews last week that said that or something that you said. Because I remember last week you're exactly saying, it's going to be a women relation. So it was ladies' night.
Yeah, no, I think, it was women. I think this is the like back thing,
They do that, but if they all felt, again, it's the second time, and we watched this show. We watched this show.
Yeah.
Why are they acting like some of these things is new?
But I think they would have had not Tommy got eliminated, I think they would have done just another team thing. But I don't even know how that would have worked.
Maybe. Right.
I don't know how that worked.
Well, they knew before the challenge hours of vote because he did. So they could have changed it for that reason to keep it fair in that realm. But anyway, the guys go back up, the girls go at it, and you get Brenna, first of all. All right. This woman. This is an unfair challenge, okay? She was raised in a circus.
I'm saying.
And is a gymnast, okay? She is the real life Robin girl, whatever you would call Robin girl from like Batman and Robin. Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, insert any Robin you want to, okay? Was this girl. And I love the part when CT was like, I don't know what happened, but somewhere she just stopped. Right? I was rolling because, and she said, and I hate people who beat themselves up, Shay.
Right.
And so she was like, if I fall down, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna be able to get back up. You fall till you lose. All right. And so that annoyed me. But she got together, she came back, and she won the contest. Your thoughts on the eliminator?
Oh my God, that was a tricky elimination.
We've seen that one before.
Yeah, no, but it was like raining too, so that kind of made it a little crappy for them. I felt bad. I think that might have added to the fact that they were slipping so much as well. So just sucky circumstances. But Berna is a beast. When that pole hit her face and she was bleeding, I don't know if I would have been like, oh my God, I'm in pain, I'm bleeding. No, she kept going. If anything, I feel like it motivated her.
I've seen more blood in two matches tonight than I've seen in WWE in the last 20 years. I'm just joking.
Crying.
But they have. But seriously, first Michelle, right? At first I thought she just broke, like bust her nose. Then I saw a cut on her nose. Like, how do you cut? So she had to have. They had to her anyway. Had to jumping off the cliff, hit her face on her chin or something. You know what I mean? To do that because, but still, kudos to her. They don't go in. Somehow Taka goes in, but then she lets Tori have it. And I'm to her side of the story, Tori had to get it from her side, right? Because Tori did lie to her. But unfortunately, she's a rookie. I don't know you. Now, if you come back, maybe I got paid. That's something Tori will have to have a receipt for, as they say, later on, if she gets the chance. But sometimes these girls don't come back. They're either not asked to come back, but whatever. Honestly, she didn't show enough to come back other than her having beef with Tori. Right. So sometimes, but depending on how the show's title can go, she may get brought back for, revenge type stuff. But other than that, she didn't perform, right? Jeremiah didn't perform. They talked all this nonsense before jumping off the cliff. Jeremiah, best thing about him is his earrings, but my wife said I can't wear them earrings. I'm too old. I like his earrings. Don't judge me. I just one of them, I don't have to wear both, but just rock the one. But I guess that's 20 years past my prime. But they show all this mouth, but don't do nothing. So they couldn't swim. She literally held on this dude. So I don't think she's gonna be back. All right. But she had every right to scream at Tori the way she did. Your thoughts on her leaving Tori? The way she did. Like, I don't want to hear nothing.
I'm crying. So yeah, I kind of don't see. I mean, if she does come back, it's because she has over 1 million followers on Instagram.
Dang, really?
Yeah, she was on Big Brother in Nigeria, I believe.
She better get 1 million and ones.
I'm crying. But yeah, that's the only reason I think she would get called back is because they do like to kind of get people who have a lot of a following and some for the promotion, obviously. Yeah, I don't think this is the type of show for her. I really don't think this is a show for her. I think she's more for like Big Brother, like something that doesn't have to do with like physical stuff. I think she's more of like a pretty girl. She does more pretty girl things.
Okay.
This wasn't her night. I was a little like, okay, I get Tori went wrong. Tori could have just did what she did. She didn't have to approach her. That's where she messed up. She should never approached her, trying to, exchange pleasantries. She should have just left it, pick who you pick. But you put in her mind that, there could be a chance you're going to put someone specifically that.
Yeah, that was the wrong part.
Tasha, if you don't want to go against people that can beat you, win. But again, Tori should have never approached her, so I get where the anger was coming from.
What got me at the end was when Tori did call out Big T the way she did. Like, we all knew who she was referring to.
Right.
You had Casey say, Tori's talking too soon. You know what I mean? Like, she kind of laughed at her. Do you think that Casey had the right to talk to Tori? Because I get Casey at this point, it was like a third, fourth challenge.
Yeah.
Almost in a row, to be honest. But Tori has done about 8, maybe 9 of them. So I look at her as being more of a veteran. And speaking of veterans, I will never consider Josh to be a vet. He's done just as many as Casey. I don't care. He's not a vet. He should just shut his mouth.
He says he's the goof. That's it. He's just the goof.
He's the goof. He's the goof. He's the insert, excerpt, and whatever insert you want to put in somebody's excerpt is what Josh is. But do you think Casey had the right to talk about Tori like that, and that sense of saying, like, be careful? Like, she kind of like in that confession of me kind of trumps who, like, you don't know what you're doing. And I think Tori does know what she's doing. Tori's very calculating, and she knows she told her Big T. She want Big T to know that, yo, you did me wrong. I'm going to come for you. F this alliance. So I wonder if that's what the other part. You know, Josh can be very emotional. I'm gonna pick on Josh every episode. He can be picking up and sticking up for anybody in that preview that we saw for next week's show. So does Casey have the right?
No, I mean, I feel like Tori knows what she's doing. Like, you know, she knows how to play the game. The only time she goes wrong is like sometime maybe she faces someone who's just better than her. Elimination. She rarely makes bad decisions for herself. Like what's best for her game.
She did get engaged to Jordan, and I knew that wasn't gonna last because I don't care what y'all say. I've watched Tori ever since Are You the One?
Me too.
Right? And Tori likes dark meat. Okay, so I was always kind of shocked. You know what I'm saying? When she picked Jordan, you know, so I was always kind of shocked. So
yeah, it's kind of like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. But Jordan, I guess he has his ways. I don't know. But so I mean, yeah, I think Casey needs to calm down. My thing is I think Casey thinks she's higher ranked than Tori in this because Casey socially is in a way better position than Tori. Casey walks into the challenge and just instantly everyone loves her. So no one really ever wants to like put her in, or she's never someone that comes up like Casey. That just never happens because she just is so universally loved in the house. So maybe socially she might have some rank to say that to Tori, but in terms of the game, no.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, that will relieve us. Listen, we've gone a week without losing. Without losing my team. My team is still here. Yours is Tori, CT, and Ed.
Yes.
From the
and Bettina.
And Bettina. Right. And then we picked up I always forget this. I mean, you picked up Ed. We picked up somebody else. Was it Jeremiah you picked up? No. We picked up Ed.
I genuinely don't remember.
I think it was Jeremiah.
Okay.
So I also have Tori, CT, and Ed, and say her name for me. Bettina. Bettina. I still got Priscilla, but I chose Corey to finally make it. So there we have it. There it is. We live. We don't lose.
We don't.
Yes. And next week, Josh goes home.
Hopefully, with hope.
I am not a nugget. But Josh is. Josh is that quiet thing you just can't quite flush when you're trying to flush something. It is Josh. I'm just going to say it. I don't like that guy. Tribal Queen, any final words before we got out of here?
Hopefully Josh goes home next week. That's the final words.
That's the best thing, right? We both want Josh out of here. So hopefully that happens. Josh will be gone. And then once Josh is gone, we're out of here too. So with that being said, listen, guys, my name is Mike Knoxxx. That is the Tribal Queen, Captain Shakespeare. You must be a poet. I need to hear some of this stuff.
I got some rhymes. Okay.
Got some rhymes. She said, I got rhymes for 50 years. I got more rhymes than Great Adventure. You know, something like that. Listen, we're going to get up out of here, y'all. My name is Mike Knoxxx. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love God. Because that's crazy, y'all. We out of here, y'all. Peace.